may take it away.
Thank you, Kevin.
David, he clearly is a special talent. His resume shows. Thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. And for the Clippers, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Anderson is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And Greg, people already predicting the MVP for this season. Is it too early to start talking about that?
I mean, we have roughly half a season left to play. Yet people love to talk about sports, period. Especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual award out there.
From 15 feet away, another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Pass to Anderson. That shot is off. Here's Bridges. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. He takes it in, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And solid at just cutting through the defense. Give Bridges a lane, and he'll make you pay.
And here are the Clippers now. 4-point game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
No good from Zubac.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And here's the fast break. With the teardrop, they get it back. Anderson passes to Leonard. First shot, first pass. He's out of the blocks fast.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Defended by George. Outside for Murray. Pass to Drummond. Spurs working now with a new shot clock. Bridges outside. Misses the three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Back to Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Outside Jackson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. The rebound by Anderson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Bridges against Leonard. Knocked away. Back to Jackson. The pass to George. Shoots the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. San Antonio leading. Out to the wing. Back to Murray. Jovic. He's covered by Leonard. The fader. Bridges misses. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
With the fadeaway. And good that time.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Outside, George. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Spurs have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Bridges. Driving in. Jovic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Now here's Murray. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
One thing about Kawhi Leonard's defense, Brent, his quick hands really help him.
Well, isn't it incredible, Kevin, every year how many steals Kawhi gets that are so much different than any other defender in the NBA, where he literally rips that ball away from any offensive player and takes off down the other end of the floor.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Pass to Vassell. On deep. Rubio misses. The Clippers trail. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebound.
Thomas checked in for George. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
And Nick Batum, he can kind of give you a bit of everything on the wing. A true jack of all trades.
It's interesting, GA, because that versatility is what got him a long-term contract to play in Charlotte for a number of years. And now coming full circle, he's back to that versatile play around other guys who are star players. That's what makes him so valuable to any club he plays with now.
Here's Mann. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Spurs making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. Robinson kicks to Azubuike. Outside for Bagley. Batum with the steal. It's stolen by Bagley. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
Robinson, that's good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. He dishes it to Gibson. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Bagley. Here's Robinson. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
LA's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Mann. Unloads from 13. And that one is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And finished off by Bagley.
Pretty easy for Marvin to get up like that.
Here's Mann. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. Kicks to Batum. Outside Thomas. Los Angeles with another miss. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Robinson misses. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Mann. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And again, unable to change momentum here. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Vassell. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 on the clock. Robinson misses. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On the floor for San Antonio, Ricky Rubio is out there with Kennard. Then it's Bagley. And it's Pell in at the center, filling out the middle. Man can hit.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here, too. Murray's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Kennard kicks to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson down low. He's covered by Murray.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Pell the pass to Vassell. To the middle. Plays it up off the glass. Murray's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Passes it to Mann. And the layup's good off the glass. Mann's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Murray the pass to Bagley. Over Jackson. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. And it's Bagley getting it to go. Bagley's got 8 points.
And they continue to control the glass.
That's tipped and stolen by Murray. And here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Anderson comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Mann. And George is subbed in for Thomas.
I think it gets overlooked sometimes, but Kawhi can put up some very good numbers from the three-point line.
Poked away. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Here's Zubac. Not going to go that time. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Their next game is in San Francisco. So a road game with the Warriors. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And Leonard has it in the corner. Jackson up top. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Spurs leading by 6. Now Bridges. Driving to the basket. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Excels at driving to the basket. Bridges making the D get physical with him when he penetrates.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. Anderson against Bridges. Bridges with some nice defense.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Takes it inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
And the energy and athleticism of Bridges is off the charts. He is a tough cover for the defense. Yeah, a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Leonard the bounce pass. Got a hand on it.
He has the length to send shots back. I like seeing Bridges make his presence felt on this end.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And so it's San Antonio with it. Defended by George.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Here's Pell. And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George. Just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. 10-point lead. Murray the pass to Pell. Clock at 6. From deep. Hits it from 3-point range. He's got 7.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Into the lineup for the Spurs, Udoka.
Jackson against Murray. And they get it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's a smart play. Jackson will keep going back to it. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Clippers. The Spurs also with the sub. Ricky Rubio checked in for Murray. Rubio with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Guarded by Jackson. Second chance shot, and there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. Anderson wide open, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night.
Anderson that time shooting without any hesitation. Slow-mo, getting one off.
14 feet away, and another basket for San Antonio.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
And George, there we go. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Defended by George. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. He's got 11.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
1:24 left to play here in the second quarter. Spurs leading by 13. Out to the right wing. Lets it go. Spurs working now with a new shot clock. And Gibson sends it back. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. That ball, nice feed that time from Jordan. And that's now 9 points for Leonard.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Outside Robinson. 44 seconds left to play here in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the 13-footer. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Leonard the bounce pass. Jackson dishes to George. It's deflected. Outside Robinson. They get it again. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Anderson. Outside Jackson. It's George on the wing. Jackson finds Leonard. Takes a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Now, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. An excellent second quarter from these guys, and they lead by 10 at the half. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
They wouldn't be ahead without the numbers they've gotten from the bench, providing major contributions, especially defensively. It's taken a lot of pressure off the starters. What a luxury to have a second unit that can produce.
And Kenny, what did you think about the Clippers?
Right now, this game is being won and lost on the glass. When another team is out muscling you, sometimes you have to run more guys to the backcourt. Quantity can match quality if you can also be aggressive going after the basket.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. San Antonio leading by 10. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Kyle Anderson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Back to Robinson. From outside, off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
unreal to think Duncan Robinson went undrafted. A key part to this team's offense.
Well, there's credit to Duncan Robinson and him continuing to believe in his ability, which is otherworldly in shooting the basketball off the move. It's another to find systems that allow him to do that. So Duncan has made his way, and there are teams that have found a way to use him correctly to accentuate his otherworldly shooting ability.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Murray penetrating. Robinson for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. 13 feet away. And it's Leonard missing. San Antonio leading by 8. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Back to Bridges. Leonard with the steal. Here's Anderson. Count that bucket. Anderson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Anderson, he excels when he plays in the open court like that and has a chance to make a good decision.
Murray looking around. Here's Bagley. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kyle Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Jovic. They get it back. Bagley the pass to Robinson. Here's Bridges driving inside. Then Bridges jams it in.
Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdown.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Zubac's in the post. Working on Bagley. And the shot goes down.
And the powerful frame of Morris. Difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
To the inside. Here's Bagley. Drops in the layup for 2. Bagley's got 10 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the jump.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Leonard. Mann comes in for George. And Thomas subbed in for Jackson. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Jovic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The Spurs have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. First free throw is good. Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Spurs. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Mann. He's got 5. Batum wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Jovic. And the pass to Kennard. That's the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
outside Thomas. From past the arc. Rubio with the rebound. And it's Rubio with the ball for San Antonio. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Pass to man. He kicks it to Batum. Here's Thomas. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. And so it's San Antonio with it. 6-point game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. On the wing, Bridges releases, and he hits the jump shot. And the Spurs lead by 8.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Here's Mann. Kennard covering. The shot's good.
Yeah, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Rubio looking it over. Batum with the steal. Here's Thomas. San Antonio with the rebound. Bagley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Thomas. San Antonio with the rebound. Bagley's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. Bridges has got 13.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Here's Mann. He's got 5. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Bagley with the rebound. Spurs leading by 9. Dishes it to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bagley. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And it's an 11-point San Antonio lead.
And Rubio's passes lead to a boost in confidence for the entire team.
It's Thomas outside. Kennard with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Got a piece of it, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Thomas with the steal. Looking to end the run. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Kennard against Gibson. Pass to Bagley. And the layup is good. Bagley's got 14 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Gibson. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. Paul George is checked in for Mann. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Thomas. It's tipped. And here's Azubuike. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Murray, the pass to Drummond. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Spurs lead by 20.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Third team foul.
With 1 on the clock. No good on that one. And so it's San Antonio controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
That's how we've played all year. Right there, that's how we played at both ends of the court. Active on D, helping, aware, good pace, moving the basketball, hitting the open guy, attacking. Great job.
Well, receiving the... Highest compliments from Greg Popovich, and this team has earned them excellent execution.
You know, they played inspired. They also played smart. 2 key ingredients that coaches are always looking for.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Murray, and it's Drummond in at the 5. Anderson kicks to Jackson. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Anderson. And there's the pass to Jackson. Going inside, and the basket is good.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Murray outside. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. The rebound by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Clippers. They trail by 18. Leonard finds Jackson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league, where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Murray against George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. The Spurs making a switch here. Pell's checked in. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. Paul George more and more comfortable at creating some offense for himself using the bounce.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
The Spurs making a switch here. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. You may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Offensive rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jackson finds Zubac. Back to Jackson. 5 to shoot. From downtown, Vassell grabs the board. Spurs leading by 13. Right side Bagley. Murray outside. Pass to Vassell. Here's Robinson. They need this one. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but he hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside, George. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Murray dishes to Drummond. Outside Robinson. From deep. That shot off. The Clippers go the other way with it.
It's kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now Kennard. Bridges outside. Hangs home the trifecta. Bridges has got 10 points here in the second half.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Left side Anderson. That one goes in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
San Antonio leading by 9. Murray outside. Jovic. Zubac defending. That one good for 2.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Outside Leonard. That one misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And Murray, here we go. Misses the layup. Clippers trail by 11. Pass to George. Anderson up top, defended by Bridges. Inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, They left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
That's a 2 from Kennard. Offensive rebound, Spurs.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Spurs leading by 7. Kennard, the pass to Murray. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 18-5 run here. Anderson outside. There's the dish to Jackson. Zubac kicks to Jackson. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And really all game long, they've been able to excel with their post game, just dominating on the low block.
The other impressive part about their offense tonight has been their ability to get inside off the bounce. Lots of points in there.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
San Antonio leading by 5 to the right side. Defended by George. Fades away. Misses off the right iron. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. San Antonio's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Passes to Bridges. Jovic, guarded by Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Drummond trying to get himself free, and he makes good on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 4.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Leonard against Bridges. And it's Leonard missing. And San Antonio shooting for the game at 42%. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal foul. 17 foul. At the line for the Spurs, number 23. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Here's Leonard. San Antonio with the rebound. Bridges outside. Over to the wing. Jovic, defended by George. Count the basket.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 8. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter.
Section wants a t-shirt.
Some change is here for the Spurs. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Drummond. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for DeJounte Murray. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Leonard. Anderson trying to free himself up. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Kawhi Leonard. The Spurs shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Defended by George. Fades and shoots. That one, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Money! And now they trail by just 4.
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Jokic, defended by Anderson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Reggie Jackson. That's his 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Spurs, Miles Bridges. Shooting.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 6. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Rubio. Jackson passes to Anderson. Down low. George dishes to Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Such a capable floor general and a very strong defender. Ricky Rubio continues to make his impact felt on any ball club that he plays for. Tricky and fun to watch.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett.
Midnight, not sunrise. In a weird part of the night, yeah. That's the time I feel alright. Yeah. All the goes away, oh yeah. And then it comes back in the day. On a weird night. Doing it right. On a weird night. Doing it right. On a weird night. Doing it right. On a weird night. I'm doing it right. On a weird night. You know I'm doing it right. In the weird part of the night,
Thinking as I count these days. Tell me if I'm looking better. Just the other night I was playing with this fed up. My mama said I'm acting kinda different. It's probably all the that I've been missing. I don't tell nobody cause I don't do any. All these catch you slipping. Hope I find the truth while I'm alive. Before I say goodbye, before they tell me all the I did was just a lie. This really ain't my life. Taking out this notebook every day, writing down my feelings cause it makes me feel okay. Promised you I'd take you from that life you living now, but then we hit the ground. They say that they we running down your villas. No, they probably looking, cause they know that I'm cooking. That's probably what they took in. I wish I told you all that's in my head instead. I don't give a what you expect, so put your pride to rest. I saw you, now you pull up on me, tell me where you wanna go. 3 a.m. and you 6 a.m. and you telling me okay, I'm getting older and I'm losing some friends. Thought they was my but they don't make no sense. When you find out what you don't be texting my phone. I like it better when you leave me alone.
yeah, yeah. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Let's go. Westside, weaving, prime time, speeding, street run, creeping, low key, demon, teeth out, cheesing, having, eating, get mine, greedy, cold world, freezing. I can take a towel, try not to lose control. Been out 2 weeks around, been out 2 weeks around. No red lights on the road, to get in what you owe. Life never stops, so go. Too fast to take it slow. Let's go, 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 let's go. Westside, get it, weaving, get it, prime time, get it, speeding, street run, get it, creeping, get it, low key, get it, demon, teeth out, get it, cheesing, having, get it, eating, get mine, get it, greedy, cold world, can see me pushing through the city nights. I got no time to waste. Reaching for stars, a million apart, no matter the time it takes. Brand new 40s lighting on the snakes. You can let know me, I'm writing my story. It's let's go, get it, let's go, get it, let's go, let's go, get it, let's go, get it, let's go, get it, let's go. West side, get it, weaving, get it, prime time, get it, speeding, street run, get it, creeping, get it, low key, get it, demon, teeth out, get it, cheesing, having, get it, eating, get mine, get it, greedy, cold world, get it, freezing.